From the Jesuit Gym in Mid-City, it's the championship game of the 2016 Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament as the John Curtis Patriots take on the De La Salle Cavaliers. And a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan joined by the coach, Bill Gallagher. This storied event culminates here in 2016 with a matchup of unbeaten teams as John Curtis comes into play with a 6-0 record, and the Patriots have been very good throughout the course of this tournament, as you might imagine. And De La Salle comes in with a similar record of 6-0, and they've had a very good tournament to date as well. John Curtis in the CYO tournament has defeated Ben Franklin 46-33, edged Catholic of Baton Rouge 53-51, and then beat the defending champion St. Paul's 74-62 to reach the championship game. De La Salle has been very impressive. They defeated Shaw 73-53, knocked off West Jefferson 70-53, and then upset Chalmette 83-81 because Chalmette was playing great basketball and they were undefeated when De La Salle beat them last night. Bill, these are two programs that you kind of expect to be here. Curtis, a state champion not too long ago, just 4 years ago, and they've been in the finals as recently as 2 years ago, and De La Salle, an emerging power, as we saw last year.
Absolutely. They both have coaches that are well-known in the area, that are well-known for the success that they've had in the past. Both these teams being undefeated, they're both going to push the ball really hard tonight. It's going to be a great game for this storied tournament final.
Let's first of all talk about the Cavaliers. Last year, 28-6, reached the quarterfinals and lost to eventual champion U High, 67-45 in the 3A quarterfinals. Of course, De La Salle, a storied program. They won 4 state championships between 1957 and 1962. And a legendary coach, as I recall, named John Altabello, played in 4 straight state championship games between 1956 and 1959. They won the 3A title in 1962, beating St. Aloysius. Won the 3A title in 59, beating Forte. The 3A title in 1958, beating St. Aloysius. And they won the 3A title game in 1957, beating Jennings. So, gives you some perspective on what they've done. Their other victories this year have come against Salmon, Trahan, and St. Paul's. And they advanced by beating Chalmette 83-81. The winning basket score with 18 seconds left to Sean Wright with a driving layup. They overcame a 15-point deficit to knock off the Owls. And you've seen Chalmette, so you know that was an impressive win.
All of their wins that De La Salle has this year are impressive. That's an impressive list of teams that they've beaten. Trahan, Salmon, St. Paul's, Chalmette. I mean, it's just they've done the job. They may not have won a state championship in quite a while, but the way things are going right now, and especially the way things are divided up, De La Salle is going to be definitely in that mix this year.
If you want to understand how they became so good, they've got 3 players that are fourth-year starters this year. That's how you develop chemistry and develop skill. Troy Nisby, Deshaun Wright, and Ahmad Taylor, all 4-year starters for this team. And then they've got really good players aside from those guys that have done a great job this year for them, including Brandon Booth, the senior forward at 6'3". He's the top rebounder on the team. And their leading scorer this year, just a sophomore, is the guard Rodney Munson at 6'1". He's averaging 21 points a game. So a very special player there. They have a good bench as well. And when they go to their bench, they'll come with Jalen Henry, a junior, also a familiar name, but a freshman in John Kelly. And they have another good player in the freshman Keith Jones. So 2 freshmen who are in their rotation and do a good job. As for Curtis, the Patriots have gotten it done behind the efforts of Kai Morgan, a senior who we've seen is a very good player, averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds a game. And Rajay Lyons, who's averaging 12 points, and he's blocked 5 shots per game. He's a senior as well. Last year, Curtis was 14-13, lost to Scotlandville in the opening round of the state playoffs. They reached the 3A final in 2015, losing to U High, and they won the 2A state title in 2012, beating Riverside, which is no small feat. Their other victories this year have come against Hanville, Jesuit, and St. Charles Catholic. And they got here by defeating St. Paul's 74-62 in a very impressive win. Dawson Crosby scored 21 points to lead the way for the Patriots in that game. And they went full court, man-to-man in the second half and really changed the dynamic of that game. So if they do that in this game, this game's going to be in the 80s because De La Salle is going to push it every chance they get.
Well, the last few times they've played each other in the past few years, they've had high-scoring games. So I really look forward to that happening again tonight. I think there's a really good shot of that.
One exception, last year De La Salle won both meetings. First was a lower-scoring game, 53-49, but then the second was 72-62. 2 years ago, John Curtis won both meetings, 94-93 and 79-72. Gives you some perspective on what to expect. Starters are on the floor for De La Salle. They include Ahmad Taylor, Deshaun Wright, Noble Scott, Troy Nisby, and Brandon Booth. And the Patriots will counter with K.J. Hurst, Dawson Crosby, Ronald Holmes Jr., Kai Morgan, and Rajay Lyons, who is the big man at 6'8" for the Patriots. And he will jump center to get things started. One of the taller players we'll see in the New Orleans area this year. Brandon Booth will jump it up for De La Salle as we're ready to roll. It's the championship of the Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament here from the Jesuit Gym. Ken Trahan, Bill Gallagher with you. Ready to roll. Ball in the air, tap, controlled by De La Salle. And here is Ahmad Taylor on the dribble drive to the hole, reverse it, score it. So Ahmad Taylor puts De La Salle on top right away, and that's the kind of pace you can expect from the Cavaliers.
That was a really good shot, a really good take to the goal.
Quick three by Morgan off the mark. Rebound put back up and good by Lyons at 6'8", uses his size and ties the game at 2. Quickly front court, here's Taylor. Here's a quick three taken right away. And Deshaun Wright has knocked it home, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Frenetic pace early. Expected throughout.
Let's see if they can keep this pace up so far, but neither one of these teams are afraid to shoot it so far.
This is Kai Morgan, top of the circle, and Hurst will bomb away. Back rim. Nisby the board. Cavaliers love to shoot the three. They won't wait long, and then the dribble drive, of course, as well. Putback is up and good. Nice job by Brandon Booth for the offensive board. And De La Salle increasing its lead to 7-2 early on. Nice pass to Jones. Off the mark. Nisby's second rebound of the game for De La Salle.
Curtis is making that extra pass, looking for the open man, but they're cold right now.
Bombs away. Rodney Munson with the assist coming from Deshaun Wright. And right now De La Salle is lining it up. The 6:23 mark.
Curtis needs to set to change a few things defensively, maybe just give them a different look.
No continuation in high school basketball. Nice dribble drive by Dawson Crosby. But he's able to draw the foul. Rodney Munson is first. And the first team foul by either team. Inbounds pass thrown away. And that's a turnover. First turnover we've seen.
You hate to give up a scoring opportunity underneath your basket on a throw-in like that.
Cavaliers in command early by 8 and with the basketball. And they don't wait long. First good shot they see.
Well, you're going to see some shots off of the zone.
Curtis matching up here. Bombs away. Wow. Deshaun Wright, his second triple, 13-2 De La Salle on an 11-0 run. Back rim and a long rebound out of bounds to De La Salle.
Curtis needs to regroup really quick or this game's going to get out of sight on them.
Real quick, no doubt about it. Nisby to Wright. And this is Taylor.
Somebody's got to keep their eye on Wright the whole time here because he's just not afraid to shoot. He's just backing up and shooting it.
You get the entry, you make the quick kick, you get the good look. But this one off the mark, a rare miss.
They are human.
Jones the rebound. This is off the mark, a long rebound, and look out. Easy basket, and he missed it. Tip up,
Got
good.
The tip. You like to see that as a coach. You like to see that follow-up behind that.
So the quick timeout taken here, and it was necessary because De La Salle is on a 13-0 run to take a 15-2 lead over John Curtis with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. All Cavaliers, Bill.
Much needed timeout taken there by Coach Kreitzer. Hopefully it wasn't too late to take it. He's going 3 minutes without taking it. And like you said, they've gone on a 13-0 run, De La Salle has. Curtis has got to just make sure they don't lose their cool and force too many things to stay in their game. If their game is to shoot that three-point shot, well, then they got to keep shooting and get their confidence.
Good timeout taken by Mike Kreitzer, and see if he can settle his team down. De La Salle employing a style that is wide open, shoot the threes, dribble, drive, penetrate and kick. Very similar to what we see from Riverside, Country Day, to name a few.
Well, Curtis isn't afraid to play that either. They've done that in the past, too. They've had some really good athletes and shooters. They've done that.
Long look for three. Morgan puts it home, and that stops the run, and they needed that one badly.
That was a long one.
The other way, Jones will get the rebound and kick it. Good swing pass. Crosby the open look. Yes, sir. Here come the Patriots.
It's amazing what a timeout will do for you, huh?
You got that right. And a 15-8 ball game and a whistle and traveling. Will be the first turnover of the game for De La Salle. Each team with one, and John Curtis on a 6-0 run to cut this to 15-8 at the 4:21 mark.
So important to come out of your timeout when you call one like that to get something out of it. And Curtis has done that the last two possessions down.
Morgan from Holmes, back rim. Jones over the top using his height. And the open look for Crosby. Nope. Put back. Nope. And De La Salle coming away with it. Good job on the offensive glass. Still alive and out of bounds to De La Salle.
I think that might get switched.
They did change it.
Yes.
So the Patriots get another stop and get it back down 7 here at the 3:44 mark. A couple of teams that can shoot the ball long distance. Zone would not seem to be the prescribed defense against them. There's another good reversal and a miss. Long rebound, and here they come. Munson off the board.
Curtis is getting good shots. They just got to stay confident, and they'll start to fall.
Good job by the Patriots to get back defensively there to prevent the break. Challenge Jones, not going to happen. Great pass by Morgan. Beautiful layup.
Good body control. Oh, a little collision in on the sidelines.
That hurts. That works against Morgan. His first. 5-point lead for the Cavaliers at the 3:09 mark. This is Deshaun Wright. He's hit a couple of triples already. Nisby and now Ahmad Taylor. Long triple coming. Wow. Rodney Munson showing unlimited range. He's got 8 already. 18-10. Just a sophomore. Good look off the window.
Nice shot off the glass. Yes, excellent.
Kai Morgan with 5. Makes it 18-12. Quickly pushing it the other way. Great penetration, but a turnover. Morgan finds the open shooter. Yes, sir. Dawson Crosby with 8 points. Morgan the assist, and the Patriots back in it at 18-15. Another open look. And the rebound controlled by Hurst. Chance to perhaps tie with a triple here, and there it is. Not happening. And the rebound controlled by Nisby. Frenetic pace here. Fun to watch, though.
It is. It is. You're just waiting to see which team is going to change defense first and put a little more pressure on the outside.
Nisby the assist, and 21-15 Cavaliers. Some show here. Good switch defensively and good recognition there, but he missed it. Jones, fall away. Nope. Jones already with 5 rebounds, but unable to get that home. Great outlet pass and the foul. Committed by Holmes.
That's at least 2 possessions that Curtis has had where they've had second and third shots at the goal, and they haven't been able to put them in.
Second team foul on the Patriots, and at the free throw line to shoot two is Rodney Munson, their leading scorer, just a sophomore. He has 8 points already in the game. Make it 9. At 6'1", he has an older brother that's a pretty good athlete, an all-state linebacker.
I think I've heard of him before. Yeah, I think I have. I think I've heard a couple of his hits from the sidelines.
Yeah, you bet. Second one is up. That one is no good. Rebound fought for, and coming out of there with it for Curtis is Poole. 7-point edge. Dribble drive, Morgan out of control. Charge. Good call.
Well, if you're
that's the second foul on Kai Morgan, and he's their best player. That is a concern for Mike Kreitzer.
If you like the three-point shot, that's a reason why you don't drive to the goal, because you get the charge taken.
Leaves Morgan on the floor with the 2 fouls. He's got to be smart now.
Right.
The 1:15 mark.
Well, Morgan's a smart player. He comes from a smart basketball family.
No doubt. Boy, what a tremendous tree of players, male and female.
Got a few players
special.
in town.
Cut off on the baseline. Nice ball movement. Hurst with his second board of the game to Poole. First man off the bench for Curtis in this game.
Crosby.
Long three. Yes, sir. He's got 11 points already, and it's 22-18.
It's the Crosby and Wright show right now.
Isn't it? Nice dribble stop, but short.
Wright can't make the
offensive rebound, Munson. That's not happening. Long rebound to Curtis, and here they come.
Nice pass.
And a foul.
That's a really good pass.
Looking for the number here on the foul. It's on number 2, so that's going to be on Ahmad Taylor's first. And at the free throw line will be the aforementioned Dawson Crosby, who's already got 3 triples and has 11 points in the game. Looking for more here, trying to cut into a 4-point deficit. And Crosby does so. Good shooter. Give him 12. Dawson Crosby, a junior, and De La Salle will substitute here, as we will see John Kelly, another familiar name, just a freshman, already making his mark in their rotation. Crosby's second is perfect. 13 for Dawson, and it's 22-20 with 28 seconds to play in the quarter. Now, they like to play fast, but this might be a situation where they play for one shot. Think again. No, maybe not. The wide open 3. Strong rebound. Will get a foul called as Poole gets the board.
It's really difficult if you're running up and down the floor to all of a sudden tell your team, even if it's at the end of a quarter, let's hold it for one shot. I think you should just keep going and playing your game.
So 13 seconds left. Each team with 3 team fouls now. Curtis likely to play for one here, but I've said that before, haven't I?
I think I heard that once.
Jones will shoot it right away. Not happening. And there's time. A spin move here.
Nice.
Deshaun Wright. Good pass. Open look at the buzzer. Didn't happen. What a quarter here. So after one in the championship game of the Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament, it's 22-20. De La Salle on top. Bill, your thoughts?
I think this pace is really going to start to see. We're going to have to see who has the bench tonight. I mean, they've made a couple of substitutions each way, but this pace is really frenetic right now. If a team gets on a roll and hits some more of those threes, De La Salle came out hitting threes. Curtis, after that timeout that Kreitzer took at the 5-minute mark, they got their legs back underneath them and came right back hard, and we've made it a one-possession game.
So we'll see what occurs here. Really a great start for De La Salle. They jumped out to a 15-2 lead and had a 13-0 run, but then a timeout by Mike Kreitzer proved very, very valuable because the rest of the quarter, they just played great. They outscored De La Salle 18-7 the rest of the way after that timeout.
Yeah, I think Paul Kelly is over there. He's just telling his guys, keep playing. Just keep playing. Keep doing what you've been doing.
Second quarter set to begin.
It'll be interesting to see if anybody goes to a man here to try to change things up a little bit.
Dawson Crosby will inbound the ball. Does so to Kai Morgan. Second quarter underway. De La Salle matching up man-to-man. Jones about 23 feet away. Again, he's got some shooting range. We're told to watch that. Although down there is where he creates. He creates the open shot for Crosby, who can't hit. Putback is in on the weak side. Stepping up to get it done is KJ Hurst with his first basket of the game. We're tied at 22.
Hurst did an excellent job coming from the backside and getting one of those backside rebounds. That's got to be biting at Coach Kelly right now and his team for giving up a backside rebound.
Nisby to Booth. Yes, Brandon Booth with 5. The assist to Nisby. And De La Salle back on top by 3. Nice job by Crosby. Good save by Hurst. His 5th rebound, by the way, KJ Hurst. Morgan off the dribble. Hand checked and fouled by Ahmad Taylor. Should be his second. Curtis will maintain possession, down 3.
You think Coach Dunleavy over at Tulane's hoping he gets the third Morgan?
Right about now, he needs some help.
He sure
He's
could
won
use
one
him.
game. Yes.
He sure could use him.
Saw them get taken apart by UNO earlier this week. Watch that game.
They didn't fare too much better last night against St. John's either.
Nice pass. Crosby running the baseline, can't get it. Good board by Brandon Booth, and a whistle and a foul.
Not a good foul when you foul that far away from the basket.
That goes on Poole. Now, correct. Contesting is one thing, but awareness is another.
Right. De La Salle had possession of the ball, and you just reached in, stuck your hand in there, and get called for a ticky-tack foul.
Out of bounds, and that's a rare turnover for De La Salle. Their third. Curtis has just 1. So both teams have taken care of the ball very well.
That's kind of unusual when you see the pace that they've been playing at.
You would expect more.
You would expect more turnovers.
25-22 lead.
Especially this early in the season.
For De La Salle. Foul situation well in hand. Only 14 fouls on each team. That's good because the game plays faster and better this way.
Yes.
Hurst to Morgan. Look for the high pick, didn't get it. Nice bounce by Crosby. Finds the open shot, can't hit it. Off the dribble, and a good rebound by Kelly in traffic.
There's another 90-foot foul on John Curtis.
Which quickly escalates their team foul situation to 5. Paul Kelly with instructions for Troy Nisby, who brings it up. Switch does Curtis out top. With their shooters, you really have to switch, don't you?
You do. You do.
Can't recover quick enough on the exchanges to reach the shooters.
Kids are so quicker and better nowadays. You used to teach the fundamental of fighting through the screens, but you really have to depend on your teammates and switch.
Nice dribble drive by Ahmad Taylor gives De La Salle a 5-point edge. Morgan tries to cut into it, back rim. And a long rebound by Taylor.
Another run here by De La Salle.
Nice drive, challenge Jones. That's not going to happen. Good defense by Jones. Hurst with his 6th board already. Nice drive by Crosby to the short corner. That's impressive.
I tell you what, he has really done a good job tonight. He's hitting from the outside. Now he takes one inside. He's had 2 of them driving like that to the goal.
Good board by Taylor to keep the possession for the Cavaliers. Finds Henry again, 2nd try. If at first you don't succeed.
He's almost open too much. I would have second-guessed myself. And
what I liked is he didn't hesitate.
He didn't hesitate.
He missed the first
exactly.
one. He just caught it, shot it again.
9 out of 10 times, that's what a kid's going to do. He misses one, he's going to shy away the next time. Oh, it looked like a walk.
Yeah, he kind of shuffled both feet, it appeared. Morgan off the drive. Doesn't draw iron. And quickly the other way, Nisby finds the open shooter. Bang! So Henry's hit 2 in a row. Nisby with the assist, and De La Salle's up 9 once again. Morgan got it.
Morgan needed that. He had a dry spell.
Assist to Dawson Crosby as Morgan has 8, and it's 33-27. Good jump pass to Kelly. Back rim, long rebound.
Oh,
good
no
hustle.
block out.
Knocked away out of bounds. Good job on the hustle. Keep the possession alive by Nisby, and that's his 5th rebound of the game.
Here come a couple of substitutions in here. I think now we're going to start seeing, who has the bench, who can keep this pace going.
Yeah, Munson is back on the floor. He got a good blow there. Also back in the game is Deshaun Wright, and he's got the ball now. At the 3:43 mark. Cavaliers by 6. Championship of the Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament.
Hey, you think about this, the De La Salle made this their second run with Wright on the bench.
Looked like he traveled, and he did. Yeah, Wright on the bench and Munson on the bench. They made that run. They both just came back in. 4th turnover for the Cavaliers gives it back to the Patriots at the 3:28 mark, and a 6-point lead for De La Salle. This is Tracy Wilburn in the game for Curtis for the first time. Tracy and Wilburn has it now. Kicks to Morgan for 3. Back rim. Strong rebound there by Wright. Finds Munson. You've got to guard him. Nice spin move. Great block.
Nice block by Morgan.
Shooter, Hurst, not happening. Rebound, Poole hesitated. Now has to kick it. Finds a shooter in Crosby. And another board by Poole. This one's out of bounds, though, to De La Salle. Good job of saving that one by Deshaun Wright.
A lot of hustle right there, but you can see it's starting to get a little ragged. The pace might be catching up with him a little bit.
The edge still 6 for De La Salle with the ball. Good pass by Kelly. Well, Wright wasn't looking for the shot, but this is there. Oh, a lot of contact here. This will work against De La Salle. Players converge, going for the basketball hard. Still no bonus situation here as the foul was committed by Jalen Henry. Each team with 5 team fouls at the 2:30 mark first half. Cleanly played game.
Yes, it is. They both got a foul to give. I don't think anybody's really in foul trouble. Morgan has 2.
Yep.
But he's played smart since then.
Certainly has. Low block. Wilburn turns, can't finish. Out of bounds to Curtis, however. Crosby will trigger, and we'll get a substitution for Curtis as Donnell Jones checks in.
Checked in for Stephen Poole. Stephen Poole's been doing a great job on the offensive boards.
Morgan. Crosby on the exchange, got bumped, no call, back to Morgan. Long triple, in and out. And the rebound controlled by Nisby, his 6th. Deshaun Wright reversing the dribble, finds the open look. Not this time, but an offensive putback, partially blocked. Another offensive rebound, Munson. That's not happening. Quickly the other way. Nice job in transition by De La Salle defensively.
Morgan a little gun shy on that one. He passed up a shot.
Crosby walked. 2nd turnover for John Curtis. So we've kind of been stuck on 33-27 for a while.
Morgan standing on the wing over there with his hands on his knees. I think he's bushed. He's a little. He's got his shooting is a little off. I think he's letting that get to him right now. He either needs to come out of the game, get himself back together, or take one hard to the goal and see if something happens.
Cavaliers ball, minute 30 to play in the half. Leading by 6. They've pretty much led throughout. There's a bump, and we'll get a foul called here by Andrew Stagney, who just checked into the game. So Stagney commits his first personal foul. Sophomore.
That's their last foul to give in this half. Would be shooting for De La Salle for the rest of the way.
Stagney will pick up Deshaun Wright near the timeline. And Stagney draws his second foul. Just cleared out for him and gave him an opportunity to take it to the hoop.
Heard the call from Coach Kelly over there, stack. Had a double stack right at the free throw line. He just rode right around on the left side.
2 shots coming for Deshaun Wright, who has 6 points in the game. Plays hard, really good penetrator, and a good on-the-ball defender. Buries the first. 7 for Wright, and the lead is 7. Stagney will come out. Rashad Holmes in.
The Wrights only made 2 shots from the field, but they were loud shots. They were early, they were long,
yep.
And they got the crowd excited to start the game off.
Second by Wright. And a whistle before the shot. We get a lane violation on De La Salle. So it's 34-27. Cavaliers and the Patriots get the ball. It's been a drought for John Curtis. They haven't scored for over 3 minutes.
Yeah, they got to get a few more points on the board, get us a couple of stops before the end of the half.
Donnell Jones with a minute left in the half. Morgan hesitated and walked. He's got to take the shot.
Right.
Make them come out and play him. Then you can go by him.
Then he can go by. If I'm not mistaken, he's been in the whole half.
I believe he has. And we'll get Munson back in along with Jalen Henry for De La Salle.
That was an oxymoron, wasn't it? The whole half?
The whole half, right? As compared to?
The half? The half whole. I don't know.
50 seconds to play in the half. Cavaliers by 7. Munson checked by Morgan near the timeline. Off-balance shot, not a good decision.
Not the shot you want right there with under a minute in the half.
Jones the board. Nice drive. Nice tip in by Trazion Wilburn, his first basket of the game.
And then another 90-foot foul.
Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's going to go against Rashad Holmes, and that's going to result in free throws. So we get to the bonus with 23 seconds to play here in the half, and a 1-and-1 opportunity for Deshaun Wright, who's got 7 points in the game. There's the Cavaliers substitute once more. Coming back with Brandon Booth. And the 1-and-1. Here's Wright. Wrong. And the rebound to Morgan. A chance for Curtis perhaps to take the final shot here. Down 5. Morgan finds the open shooter, elected not to shoot. Now Morgan will. Taylor the board. There's time. There's the open look, and it is short. And Wilburn clears it. Won't get a shot off, and halftime has arrived in what has been an entertaining first half of basketball here from the Jesuit Gym at halftime. De La Salle on top of John Curtis, 34-29 in the championship game of the 2016 Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament. Your thoughts, Bill?
I think that it's been a series of streaks here. De La Salle started the game off with a good run. Curtis got the timeout at the 5-minute mark and went on a run of their own. And the second quarter kind of went the same way. De La Salle got on another run to take off on a good lead. Curtis has done enough to stay in the game the whole way. It's only a 5-point game, so I still say, I said this from the beginning, I still say it's going to come down to conditioning and who's got the bench. At the end of the half, I saw Kai Morgan, after the buzzer went off, standing on the side with his hands on his knees. He's exhausted. And this is 4 games in 4 days, too, for these guys. So they've got to be tired.
Yeah, it's tournament play, and that's what you get in that situation. As we look over the first half numbers, for De La Salle, the leading scorer was Rodney Munson. He scored 9 points all in the first quarter for the Cavaliers. 7 points for Ahmad Taylor, 6 for Jalen Henry, 5 points for Brandon Booth in the first quarter for De La Salle, as Deshaun Wright had 7. So you're looking at 5 players who scored all the points for the Cavaliers. And for John Curtis, they've had 5 players score as well. Rodney Lyons has 2 points. K.J. Hurst with 2. Trazion Wilburn with 2. Kai Morgan with 8. And the leading scorer with 13 points, leading all scorers, is Dawson Crosby. Lyons has 5 rebounds. K.J. Hurst with 6 for Curtis, and for De La Salle, Troy Nisby with 6 boards and 4 boards for Brandon Booth. It adds up to a 34-29 lead for the De La Salle Cavaliers at the half. Let's tell you about the other games that took place in the CYO tournament today. These were all consolation games. Newman defeated Ben Franklin 61-55. It was Holy Cross showing pretty well early in the season with a 70-60 win over Brother Martin. Jesuit a decisive 66-33 win over Shaw. Chalmette just pounded St. Paul's, a good basketball team, 95-58. And it was Rummel over St. Thomas Aquinas by the score of 59-51. Those were all consolation games in this tournament. Just to tell you about what's happened in the tournament otherwise, some of the other games that were played, consolation games earlier in the tournament. Brother Martin beat St. Thomas Aquinas 75-29. Catholic beat East St. John 48-44. And we told you about the De La Salle results and the Curtis results. Some of the others, Chalmette defeated Brother Martin 93-62. Curtis edged Catholic High 53-51. St. Paul's over East St. John 79-69. West Jefferson defeated Jesuit 52-44. Brother Martin whipped Newman 60-43. It was John Curtis over Ben Franklin 46-33. In a thriller, East St. John beat Rummel in overtime 59-58. And St. Paul's defeated St. Thomas Aquinas 62-34. Also, Shaw defeated Newman 59-46. Jesuit over Ben Franklin 58-37. And Holy Cross beat Rummel 72-69. This is the 63rd year of the CYO basketball tournament. Just a marvelous tradition, Bill. One that you, of course, can trace back to your high school years. Same here.
Well, 63 years. They started it when I was born. So that's great. I just love this tournament. It's been around for so long. It's one of the longest running, if not the longest running tournament in Louisiana in high school basketball. My only wish is that we had 16 teams.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a shame that we don't have all the schools that are parochial schools in the metropolitan area playing in the event. And I'm not faulting anyone. I just think it's too bad because that was largely why this tournament was created. It's the Catholic Youth Organization. And, of course, kudos to the Allstate Sugar Bowl. What don't they sponsor? They step in and really make this a better event. And my thanks. I'm on that committee, and I deeply appreciate what they do for this community and for the state of Louisiana, for that matter. Paul Houlihan, Jeff Hundley, John Sudsbury, the entire crew, they do a fantastic job, and our sincere thanks to them for what they have done for this particular event. Last year's tournament was won by St. Paul's in a thriller, beating De La Salle 81-79. Devontae Allen, the MVP, knocked down the game-winning shot to create the championship for St. Paul's last year. The all-tournament team a year ago included Harrison Prieto and Parker Edwards along with Allen from St. Paul's. De La Salle had Stephen Kelly and David Williams on the team. The others that made the all-tournament team were Mitchell Robinson of Chalmette and Devontae Jones of St. Augustine. They're not in the tournament this year. And again, our sincere thanks to the Allstate Sugar Bowl for their support. This, of course, the first of several webcasts we'll have, some telecasts as well on WHNO in terms of high school basketball this year. We're sure happy to be back with you to do it once more this season here at SportsNOLA.com. Want to give a big shout out to Nat Taylor and Andrew Alvarez for the job they're doing here tonight. As always, great job to make this happen. So thank you, gentlemen. Great to have you. And we have Andrew's a pinch hitter. You know, we had to go to the bench. Okay, you know the opponent put a left-hander in the game, so we had to go to the bench and call for a pinch hitter.
Situational substitution.
They brought in a right-handed pitcher is what happened. So we had to pull Chip Merritt, who's a right-handed hitter, and bring in the lefty, the Buccaneer himself, Andrew Alvarez, to do his duty. And we thank him for being here.
It was a good selection. It was a good strategic move.
It was
paid
indeed.
Off.
It was indeed, and Nat's doing a great job as always, so we appreciate them and the work that they do. We just get on the microphone and talk, really. That's kind of what we do, and we have a good time in the process of doing so. And, of course, we hope that you have an opportunity to check out all of our sports programming at WHNO TV because we have some great shows each and every night. SportsNOLA TV, Monday nights at 6 with Ricky Jackson, Brian Alley Walsh, and yours truly. Thoroughly enjoy that. PRI, Prep Recruiting Insider, on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. with Rick Gailey and Renee Nadeau. The John Forcade Show, Thursday nights at 6 with Mike Detillier. They do a great job as well.
Is John Forcade on that show?
You think?
Okay.
There's a possibility. If he isn't, there should be an investigation, but I'm quite sure that he is. And, of course, we carry a lot of shows from other entities from the world of sports on WHNO. It's family programming, it's sports programming, and we encourage you to check it out. WHNO Channel 20, your Cox system, that would be 1020 in HD. And, of course, SportsNOLA.com, best site on the web, where you'll find every bit of information you could ever want on high school, college, and professional sports with some terrific contributors. It's all about the people that we have who do an outstanding job to make it easy. A big shout-out to Mike Cardella. Poor Mike. He had that last game in the Dome last night, Evangeline, Scotlandville. So I think Mike got out of there. You know, after the game ended at 12:59. So then he's got to go down and get quotes. Wait, of course, and you got to wait for the ceremony, which you see takes 15, 20 minutes on the field. Go to the locker room, wait for the interview process, get the interviews, go back upstairs, write your story, and get out of there. So Mike was probably there to at least 2 o'clock in the morning.
So he's still sleeping.
I should think he would be. If I were him, I would be.
I wouldn't blame him.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Great job. And, of course, all the game stories of the Select School Championships are up at SportsNOLA.com. Unfortunately, they were all really one-sided games. So, and the non-select games next weekend will be there, and we look forward to bringing them to you. We'll have stories at SportsNOLA.com, and we plan on broadcasting at least 3 of them on WGSO 990 AM. So we're looking forward to that. Teams back on the floor getting set for the second half, 34-29. De La Salle on top. And, you know, so as we look ahead to the second half here, both teams are going to continue to push it, but it would seem that Curtis might be a little bit better served if they tried to not slow the pace, but control it a little bit more. De La Salle wants to push it at every opportunity.
Well, it's kind of surprising that, and we kind of mentioned this, that how clean this game is as far as the lack of turnovers. So I think you slow it down, maybe by making another extra pass to get a good shot, which both teams have done so far, but you got to continue to do that. It hasn't gotten to a point where turnovers have become a factor. Fouls have not become a factor. Shooting fouls or being in the bonus or anybody in foul trouble. So it's just a matter of finding your touch. If that means slowing it down a bit, maybe so, but it's really difficult to slow down when you're a running team. It's really difficult.
You know, it's interesting. In the first half, one note is that unofficially, as I keep stats, these two teams are tied in the rebound department, 19-19. So it's been even-steven on the glass thus far in this game, and the turnover's minimal. 4 for De La Salle, 3 for John Curtis.
Right, and having said that, if you looked at this game, you would think De La Salle was headed in hand. But I just don't feel that way. I feel that Curtis is going to make another run and make another run. They're only 5 points down. I mean, that's nothing.
Curtis has never led in this game. There were 2 ties at 2-2 and at 22-22, but De La Salle's led most of the way. They've never trailed.
You only have to lead at the end.
There you go. Second half set to begin. Ken Trahan, Bill Gallagher with you.
This is the second hole of the half.
There we go. Okay. Patriots will come back with the same 5 that started the game. KJ Hurst, Dawson Crosby, Ronald Holmes Jr., Kai Morgan, and Roger Lyons. De La Salle with the same 5 that started as well. Ahmad Taylor, Deshaun Wright, Noble Scott, Troy Nisby, Brandon Booth. Underway, De La Salle ball. This is Deshaun Wright as we reset. Both teams have pretty much stayed man the whole time in this game. Left side pass, here's Ahmad Taylor. Taylor right side now to Booth. Booth kicks it to Munson. Munson starts the second half, actually. Here's an entry pass knocked away. It's loose and a steal, so a turnover by De La Salle, their 5th of the game. Dribble drive. This is knocked away, and each team turns it over the first time they have it in the second half. In and out. And De La Salle will keep the basketball. So the first quarter was frenetic, a 22-20 game, but it's really kind of calmed down since then.
Yeah. Yes, it has.
Part of that could be attributed to legs. Again, as you mentioned, 4 games in 4 days.
But you know that going in. That's why you schedule tournaments.
Right. And both teams have gone to their benches. Munson dribbles back and now gets it back out top to reset the offense with Taylor. Nice drive, strong, but there's a block by Jones, and he can do that, by Lyons rather. So Lyons with the block.
How much does Lyons weigh?
Good question.
120?
No, a little bit more than that, but I get the picture.
Plays.
Crosby with the steal, and now he falls down. And now he's tied up, but alternating possession to Curtis. So the 6th turnover for De La Salle, their second of the third quarter, and we're just under a minute in.
The smart thing Crosby did there when he got tied up, he didn't call timeout. He didn't have to. He's got the arrow his way.
Well, we see that happen a little bit too much, don't we?
Don't waste the timeout.
Right. Crosby finds Hurst. And here comes De La Salle on the run. This is what they want to do. And to the free throw line will go Nisby. That's going to be on Crosby. And at the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Troy Nisby. Now, he has not scored yet in the game, which is unusual, but he's got 7 rebounds and 3 assists.
Troy's not usually one of the leading scorers, but he always contributes.
And he gets his first point here, and there's the first point of the quarter. A 6-point edge for the Cavaliers. Can't get the second. And there's a sniper down the floor. And a layup for Crosby. Well, he was hiding out, wasn't he?
He sure was. I didn't even see him down there.
Nice entry pass, stripped away, and they're going to call a foul. Crosby can't believe it. Bit of a surprise on the call.
Yeah, it was.
Thought he got ball.
Hey, those guys in the stripes, they're closer to it than we are.
At the free throw line to shoot 2 is Deshaun Wright, who's got 7 points in the game. Bent the knees nicely, but well short off the front rim.
He can hit the threes. He's got trouble with the free throws.
You know, it's really true that a lot of guys are like that.
Yeah. I mean,
the mid-range game is a disappearing virtue in basketball. It's threes and layups, right? He missed them both.
He's 1 for 4 in the game, I
That's
believe.
it. He certainly is. You nailed it. Holmes with the board, and Lyons down to Crosby. Nice move by Crosby. Step back. Well short. And here comes De La Salle on the run. And that's actually a good foul by Curtis to stop what could have been a breakout. Nisby, the board is 8th. And that's the 3rd team foul on Curtis here already in the quarter. And De La Salle has not committed one. You get to 7 team fouls, you're in the bonus. And we see that most frequently on the high school level. Really slows games down, despite 8-minute quarters. Munson can knock that down all day, and he did.
Big shot there.
From Taylor, and Munson now with 12 points and a 38-31 lead. And a whistle and a foul. That's going to go against Ahmad Taylor, and that's his 3rd.
That could be a problem for De La Salle.
We'll let him play with 3. You get 5. Here's Morgan. Holmes. Crosby off the bounce. He got there. Yes, sir. Good basketball player. 17 for Dawson Crosby, and it's 38-33.
De La Salle's extended their defense a little bit. It's kind of taken that 3 away from from Curtis.
A lot of extra passes here, perhaps too many, and the turnover for De La Salle is their 7th. Love the extra passes, but sometimes you can be too unselfish.
Right.
Open look. Didn't follow the shot, and look who's there to hustle and get it, Taylor. Nice extra pass there to their shooter, Munson, but he's way off. Morgan with his second rebound. Curtis down 5 with the ball. Back to Morgan.
They've really shut down Crosby from the outside. And
gets a look here.
That, he takes one off.
Tip up, Lions. Nope. Nisby the board. Nice drive. Nisby with his 3rd point. De La Salle's up 7. Lions going in a low block. Inside out game is there. But the shot isn't. Long rebound. Deshaun Wright. Here come the Cavaliers. Wright finds an open shooter. Yes, sir. Nisby catching fire now. He's got 6.
All in this quarter.
Yep. And offensive foul is going to be called on Hurst, or is it?
No, I think that's on De La Salle.
Yep. That's going to be against Nisby, and that'll be his first. Hurst will go to the line to shoot 2. KJ Hurst. He jumped just enough to the side not to make it a direct hit.
Exactly.
Typically when that happens, they'll call a blocking foul.
Yep.
So good job by Hurst body control-wise. We'll get him to the free throw line to shoot 2. Has 2 points in the game, but he's well short. That was short as soon as he let it go. The senior will try again. Second by KJ in the hoop, and his 3rd point of the game. Cuts it to single digits at 43-34. Under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd. Extra pass again with the runner. Beautiful.
Nisby again.
I mean, he is really the man here in the quarter. The assist to Munson, 45-34. Off the drive, Morgan, and he'll get grabbed. And Morgan should get to the free throw line as a result.
But De La Salle's just kind of grabbed all this momentum right there so far in this quarter. Increased their lead to 11.
I think they called it on Taylor. If so, we'd have him with 4, but he's still in the game. It looked like they might try to get him out right now.
They're making the substitution now, I believe.
So here's Morgan. Gets the first. Kai Morgan's first point since the 2nd quarter. And yes, Taylor with the 4 fouls. Well said. He's been the glue, too, so keep an eye on that.
I'm impressed, though, with De La Salle. Every time somebody goes out of the game, somebody else steps up.
Second by Morgan. That's good. He's in double figures with 10, and it's 45-36. 3:38 to play in the 3rd. And here's a
Curtis
zone
extending their defense.
2-2-1
they got to make something
trap.
happen.
And the ball gets knocked away there. Close call, but they're going to keep it with De La Salle.
Exactly what you're looking for with the trap. Let's see what they do in the half court.
Good dribble penetration. Low pass, though. Munson didn't get a clean catch, but makes a good move to the hoop. Can't finish with a left hand. Offensive board and a foul. Well done by Brandon Booth. Foul working against Ronald Holmes Jr. 4th team foul on Curtis, and at the free throw line, here is Brandon Booth, who has 5 points, all in the first half. Booth, the 6'3 senior, puts it home. His 6th point of the game, and the lead is back up to 10. And De La Salle will come with John Kelly in place of Deshaun Wright. Second by Booth is in. 7 for Brandon, 11-point lead De La Salle. Stagney back in for Curtis. Morgan, nice job of feeling the defender and going to the right hand.
That's a big-time play right there. He's back to the goal and driving it in.
Offensive rebound again for Booth, and another foul will be called, and that's going to go on Morgan, I think. So Kai Morgan commits it. That should be the 5th on Curtis. Cavaliers will keep it with another substitution for De La Salle, as we'll see Keith Jones on the floor.
That's a big freshman.
Replacing Brandon Booth. Yep, Keith Jones has been seeing quite a bit of time. In the corner. Curtis doesn't trap, though. Now they do. And it's loose. And this will be a tie ball, but De La Salle will keep it. Once that ball goes to the corner, you always try to instruct your players. Go trap right away. Huh?
As a coach, you hate to, on offense, you hate to have that ball in the corner. And defensively, ooh, you drool over that.
It's like red meat.
But only if the backside rotates over.
Precisely. Munson off the inbounds. To Kelly, gets the look from Munson. Nope. Now he called bank. Or maybe not.
If he called it, it would have been a 4-pointer. Answered by Morgan.
Kai Morgan.
With a hand in his face.
He's got 15, keeps his team in it. 50-41. Offensive rebound again. And another follow. No. Just great effort here.
Both teams.
By Jones. Long three. Curtis can't get a rebound. De La Salle keeps getting chances, and now everybody's on the floor.
There.
Tremendous hustle on both sides. Can't fault it at all.
Now they got the arrow pointing towards De La Salle, but that should be Curtis' ball.
It should be Curtis's ball, yeah. 50-41 with 2:08 to play.
Terrific effort there by De La Salle on the offensive board.
4 opportunities. Crosby leads all scorers with 17 to bring it in. Morgan, though, has heated up. He's got 15. But that's been the problem for Curtis. They haven't really had any support outside of those two.
Outside of those two.
Morgan to Crosby.
Hurst has tried, but he hasn't had that good shooting.
And Lyons scored too early, but he hasn't been a factor since. Long three here. And a whistle inside, away on the rebound, and that's going to stay on the Curtis end of the floor.
Kind of a late whistle there. The ball was already heading toward the other way.
Henry the foul. 4th team foul on the Cavaliers. Oh, they lost Crosby. Bad idea.
Yes.
He's got 20.
Got to keep your eye on the inbounder.
In a 6-point game at 50-44. Nice pass.
Nice pass. Brilliant pass. Jones not afraid to put it up.
His first 2, and it's 52-44. The 135 mark.
Curtis has got to find some more offense besides Morgan and Crosby.
Morgan spins away from the defender. Boy, is he hot in this quarter. 17 for Morgan, and it's 52-46. Straight away, bombs. Deshaun Wright.
That's his first shot since the first quarter.
It is indeed. He's got 9 in the game, and it's an 8-point lead. Stagny threw it away. Turnover. Here comes De La Salle. And a whistle and a foul. It's on Morgan. And I believe that's his 4th. If you're Mike Kreitzer, can you afford to take him out? Hasn't been out of the game the whole game.
Hasn't been out the whole game. Kid deserves this last minute.
Stays on the floor, and you got to believe De La Salle's going to go at him. And Paul Kelly knows that.
And Nisby, the hot man for De La Salle.
Boom. Deshaun Wright. 12 for Wright. 57-46 Cavaliers. Morgan long range. Answer. He's got 20.
His pace is picking up again.
You think? 8-point lead. Dribble drive all the way to the sack. Reverse it, no. Put back, no. Jones couldn't put it home, but De La Salle will keep it. Well, Jones has played with a lot of energy.
More offensive rebounding for the Cavaliers.
More offensive rebounding and more options. Been a two-man show for the Patriots. Off the inbounds pass. Yep. Jalen Henry with his third triple. Like I said, they have options. 60-49 as we approach 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Morgan off the dribble. He's been red hot. To Crosby, and he walked. Sixth turnover for the Patriots. De La Salle should get the last shot of the quarter. And Curtis will come in. Sit Morgan to protect him here.
Last 10 seconds.
And get Ronald Holmes in. 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. Nisby with 6 seconds. They're taking their time with 5. They're clearing out. Got a high pick. Got down the alley. Put it up and in.
Nice.
What a move at the buzzer. What a performance by De La Salle. After 3 quarters, Cavaliers on top 62-49. They haven't. There it is. They just put the basket up. Definitely beat the buzzer.
That was a Troy Nisby show that quarter.
Well, I mean, again, the options, Bill. You're looking at, in that quarter alone, 7 guys scored for De La Salle.
Right. Well, it's like I said before. They take somebody out of the game and another guy steps up. They took Wright out of the game early, and Taylor steps up, and then Nisby steps up, and then Booth steps up. Kelly banks one in off the glass. They just got so many options right now. And Curtis, he's got to find Kreitcher's got to find somebody else besides Morgan and Crosby that can at least be a threat.
Morgan scored 12 in that quarter. He's got 20 in the game. Dawson Crosby has 20 as well. So they've got 40
of the 49
points,
right.
Which is the issue for them because you look at the other side of the ledger, and Nisby scored 10 in that quarter alone. Deshaun Wright has 12 points. Jalen Henry 9. Rodney Munson 12. Again, a lot of options there. Brandon Booth with 7.
On the Curtis end, as far as De La Salle's concerned, when Curtis has the ball, you can play off. You can slough off the other 3 guys and just and fade toward Crosby and Morgan.
Morgan's back on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Here comes De La Salle with Deshaun Wright against Crosby. Blew by him all the way to the sack, but Lyons blocked it and got the board. Good job by Lyons. The second block of the game. And that's it for Morgan, I believe. We'll double check it and make sure here. There's the horn. We're waiting to see if it should be 5. Yeah, he pushed him. That's a good call. Watching the replay.
It was a good call.
So Morgan is fouled out with 7:45 to play with 20 points, and that could be curtains for Curtis. Without him the rest of the way.
That's really going to put their backs against the wall. It really is. But sometimes that motivates the other guys on the floor.
Just great position defense that forced the offensive foul. De La Salle patient but traveling. 8th turnover for the Cavs.
One of the drills you do as a coach defensively is you shuffle slide all the way down the floor at practice. That's exactly what happened right there on Morgan. It was good defense, good fundamentals.
Crosby needs some help from someone else. Holmes, Crosby for 3. The assist to KJ Hurst. Crosby with 23. 62-52. Long bomb here. And the rebound by Donnell Jones, who's back in the game. Crosby, another bomb. No,
but the offensive
rebound and a foul. Good job to go to the offensive glass by Holmes. He'll get 2 free throws as he drew the foul here. And we'll get to the line to shoot 2. Looked like Nisby got him. Able to convert, and was actually on Henry, his third. So Holmes with his first point of the game. Kelly checks back in, replacing Henry. This is how you want to come back, scoring with no time off the clock. Hit them both.
They've cut it inside 10.
At 62-54. Hard drive. And again, Lions affected the shot, and here comes Curtis, but it's lost and a turnover. De La Salle with a 4-on-2. A bump, no call. A 3, bottom. Ahmad Taylor with 10. Impressive. 65-54 Cavaliers. Nice drive by Crosby, too strong. Here comes De La Salle on the run. Nisby now has 10 rebounds. Nice kick. Another extra pass for Munson. Yep. So many options. 15 for Munson.
You can't leave anybody alone on the court in this team.
Turnover, Curtis. This one starts to get away from the Patriots. Dribble drive. Nice kick. Kelly traveled. 9th turnover for De La Salle. They've got Curtis at the breaking point.
They do. They really do. Curtis needs to call a timeout or something, get themselves back underneath here. And De La Salle is just, we've said it often enough, they've got so many options.
Good look for Hurst. Off the mark. Munson boards. And a timeout called. Wow, in midair. Smart play, but I never have really liked that personally.
Right, I don't like it. That was a smart play right there, though. But, I think you need to have your feet on the floor when you call a timeout.
Precisely my point, yeah.
One of the things you try to do when you go to tournaments, you try to play more players. Give everybody, not necessarily give everybody a shot, but you're playing 10, maybe 12 guys. And especially when you're playing 4 games in 4 days, guys, their legs run out on them. You play a lot of guys because when you get to district, you're only going to play 7 or 8. You shorten that rotation. I don't know what De La Salle is going to do. I don't know if they can shorten their rotation.
I agree with you. I mean, they have so many options here. Henry, Taylor, Munson, Wright, Noble Scott, Troy Nisby, Brandon Booth, Keith Jones, John Kelly. They can absolutely go 10 deep.
I mean, you talk about depth. If they wanted to, they could press an entire game and just do the posse and substitute 5 at a time. But they're equally impressive offensively. I mean, it's just so many options.
Munson back to Taylor, and they'll reset. Up by 14. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal, though, I can assure you.
Better not.
Just like that.
Morgan's back in the game. He must have only had 4
Must
fouls.
have only had 4. 70-54. Well, we heard the horn. They took him out.
He may have been out for too long, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Because De La Salle really took over once he stepped out.
And Munson will draw the foul. Good hard drive. Fouled by Donnell Jones. And Munson will head to the line to shoot 2. Rodney with 15 in the game. He leads De La Salle, including 4 triples. We were alluding to his brother earlier. We didn't mention his name. Of course, his brother's Derek Munson, Allstate linebacker for 2 years at Archbishop Rummel, who's heading on scholarship to play football at Arkansas. First free throw missed by Rodney. Spun out.
He's had a couple of games where he's had as many tackles as Rodney's had points, huh?
Yeah, seemingly a lot of those, actually. He missed them both. Unusual there. And the rebound by Kai Morgan. 70-54 game. Put it on the floor and draws the foul.
I know the score.
Wright committed it.
The score has a lot to do with this, but Curtis looks tired. They look really tired.
Well, they're not as deep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty obvious. They spotted a player or two.
But if they'd hit a few shots earlier and kept it close, that adrenaline would kick in. But they're tired. They need this artificial timeout right here.
Lions has a mismatch inside. They just lob it to him. Didn't do it. There he is, finally.
There he is.
Now they double him, though. And he walks.
Coach Kreitzer imploring Lions to go up with it when he gets it inside.
Catch the ball in the paint. All the way to the hole and turn it over. 10th turnover for De La Salle. But they're up 16, and Curtis turns it over as well. 3-on-1. All the way, Munson. Smooth, isn't he?
He sure is.
17 for Munson. 72-54.
It's going to be hard to pick up the most valuable player of this tournament.
Nice shot by Ronald Holmes. He's got 4, all in this quarter. And a 16-point bulge. And contact in backcourt.
Coach Kreitzer trying to get a traveling call out of that.
But Ronald Holmes was in the way. Should be a 1-and-1 on this end.
It should be.
And they will settle that. Holmes the foul. Free throws coming for Ahmad Taylor, who's really been impressive. Working man. 10 points in the game. Trying to stretch a 16-point lead. Doesn't get it, but an offensive rebound. And a travel. Deshaun Wright got the board, couldn't control. 11th turnover for De La Salle.
If there is a weakness in De La Salle, it's maybe their free throw shooting. But they make up for it with their offensive rebounding.
Crosby rejected. Troy Nisby. Beautiful block as we show you the replay here at SportsNOLA. And an offensive foul on the inbounds pass. That's going to go against Wilburn. Frustration setting in a little bit here on the Curtis side. There's 2 undefeated teams here. Looks like De La Salle will remain that way. Well on their way to being the 2016 Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball champion. As we reach 3:30 to play in the game.
Next week will be the Newman tournament. A lot of these same teams
will be there.
And I don't know if Curtis is in it. De La Salle is usually in it. You may even see a few rematches from this tournament to that tournament.
St. Augustine's a good team. We noted that early on this year. We know in the lower classifications that Riverside and Country Day are good. Landry, Walker, and Carr, well, they're waiting on their football players.
Yeah, give them another week.
Yeah. Long three, bottom. Ronald Holmes with 7 points all in this quarter, so he has stepped up. We said someone else had to, and he's done so.
That's right.
Nice extra pass. Looked off the defender. Spin move.
Walk.
Travel.
Too fancy.
No need for heroics at this stage when you have a 13-point lead. Love the aggressiveness, though. That's how they play. Curtis has to score every trip now. Morgan does so. The timeout taken. So 22 from Morgan, his first 2 of the quarter, and Curtis not going away. 72-61, 2:47 left. They're going to have to press full court.
I think that's what the timeout was about. Coach Kreitzer's got to change make sure he's got his defense set up the way he wants it. Yes, it wouldn't surprise me if they pick up full court. Look to trap in the backcourt. De La Salle's got to take care of the ball. Work the clock, but at the same time, keep attacking. But keep doing what they're doing. Take that extra pass. Keep the ball out of the corner so they don't get trapped.
Hard to envision that De La Salle won't be the favorite in their 3A league. And John Curtis, I would say right now, is probably right up there with maybe St. Augustine in their league.
I would think so. With
2:47 left, 72-61.
But
De La Salle.
I can tell you from experience, though, strange things can happen in the Catholic League. Here's the full court pressure.
Nisby in the corner.
Trap. No rotation.
Got it out of there, did Munson. And on the run, Nisby finding an open shooter. Booth can't hit. Out of bounds off of Curtis. Munson aggressive, and he was able to tap it off of Ronald Holmes. And De La Salle maintains possession, which is important for them at this stage.
See, you can be a little more aggressive even at this stage of the game because you're rebounding on the offensive end so well.
And a foul. That's committed by Holmes. And 2 free throws are coming for Deshaun Wright. He's played very well with 12 points, 4 rebounds. No friendly bounce for Wright. He'll try another. That's been his problem tonight. Just 1 for 5 from the line. Got the second for his 13th point and a 12-point lead. Morgan needs to look for his shot as quickly as possible.
And Curtis can't waste any more possessions.
Nice. Again, Holmes continues to be hot. 9 points in the quarter, and there's a turnover.
Almost.
Loose on the ground, and they got it. What's the call?
I think that might go against Taylor.
I would think so, and let's hope he's not hurt.
I think he might have banged his knee on the floor. Maybe they banged knees together. Which doesn't sound like much, but that is very painful.
Extremely painful if that's in fact what happened.
It looks bad, but it'll.
As we watch it again, he kind of got clipped. He got his legs cut from under him as the Curtis player was diving for the ball, and cut his legs from under him.
And then that's not good, especially now that they look like they're going to help him off the court.
He's a warrior. I mean, if he can come back, he will. But unfortunately, the bad news is he's not able to put his foot on the floor right now.
No pressure on the floor, right.
But he is really the glue for them. He's the tough guy. Does a little bit of everything, doesn't he?
He sure does. Let's hope he's not hurt too badly. I think irregardless, you hold him out this last 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
So Ahmad Taylor will come off, and we can only hope that he's not seriously injured. All I know is I sprained both of my ankles not too long ago, and they're still no good. So I mean, it takes time. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, gosh, it does.
And let's hope that that's all it is, if not something less. Can't tell you, though. And Curtis will make a substitution as well. Donnell Jones is in, and he replaces Ronald Holmes. Holmes must have fouled out. I don't think you'd take him out at this stage.
I would hope not.
Not the way he's played. Free throw is too strong, so that's what Curtis needs to have a chance.
What is De La Salle from the line?
Well, I have to add it up. Second one is good by Henry, which increases the lead to 11. And Kelly will check in for the Cavaliers.
So Henry just came in to shoot the free throws.
Sure did, yes. To replace the injured player,
Taylor.
Curtis needs to shoot quickly here. Can't do it. Turn it over. So De La Salle in control with 11-point lead as we hit right at the 2-minute mark, and a turnover here. Paul Kelly none too pleased.
Paul Kelly still coaching. 2 minutes with an 11-point lead. He's still coaching.
He carries quite a dual role at De La Salle, doesn't he?
He sure does. Wow. That's very unusual at that high of a level.
Be principal?
Yeah. You know, sometimes in the smaller schools you get that, but to be principal and a head coach. I don't know how he does it. I guess that's why he's so skinny.
Yeah, he's in great shape. I'm envious, man. Does an outstanding job at a fine institution. See Brian Cole over there. He's been with him for a long time. Chris Perone as well. Kai Morgan at the free throw line, and Kai Morgan hits the first, and 23 for Kai. Cuts it to 10, still not over. Second by Morgan is no good. Can't afford to miss opportunities in a 10-point lead, and there's a foul in backcourt. Off the defensive rebound by Nisby, his 11th rebound of the game, by the way.
Many, many years ago, when I was a freshman coach at De La Salle, Mike Kreitcher was the 8th grade coach. Paul Kelly was one of my players.
Yep.
Troy Nisby's father was one of my players.
Hello. What am I supposed to deduce from all of that?
Kreitcher and I are old.
Okay, thank you. Free throw no good by Nisby. He'll try again. He's got a double-double with 10 points, 11 rebounds. His second is good. And De La Salle by 11. Morgan finds Stagney. Too strong.
Not who they wanted to take that shot, I don't think.
Nisby is 12th rebound of the game. De La Salle spreading the floor here.
Good time to work on that. Whoa.
And that's an obvious foul. Everybody's okay. Connell Jones commits it. More free throws are coming. So 2 shots is, it's a double bonus situation here for De La Salle. Over 10 team fouls puts you in the double bonus. And the first is good. Nisby now with 14 points, 12 boards. Got him for 3 assists as well. Total effort. Good player. Keep in mind, he didn't score in the first half.
I was going to say, all his points were in the second half.
Second is good, 15. 77-64.
Back out to Crosby.
Crosby not giving up. And Curtis will keep it. Good defense by the Cavaliers. Morgan, not close. Booth is 7th board. Munson finds Kelly, back to Munson all the way to the hole. That's not going to get to the hoop. Great job by Donnell Jones.
Vicious block right there. A little bit of frustration, I think, on that block.
Exclamation point. We have reached 1 minute to play in the CYO championship game, and a foul committed by Poole, which is his second. And yet more free throws are coming as the foul game continues, and Deshaun Wright will shoot them. Two for 6 from the line is Wright in this game. And now 3 for 7 with 14 points. Second by Wright is too strong.
Another
Kelly,
offensive
an
rebound.
Lost it, scramble, they got it back. With 50 seconds left, no need to attack if you're De La Salle. Just make Curtis chase. And they will foul Kelly in the corner. Poole commits it. Kelly's free throw is in. So he's got 4 points off the bench, the freshman. And now 5. 79-64, De La Salle, 40 seconds away from the title. Nice drive to the hole, but can't finish. And the offensive board for Poole. And there's a nice three by Stagney, his first triple of the game. So Andrew Stagney gets the triple and a timeout to make it 80-67 with 29 seconds left to play.
Well, the pace of the game pretty much stayed like we thought it would be, except for maybe part of the second quarter. But this was really a good game to end this CYO tournament. You know, it's a wonderful game. It was two good teams. They competed well, competed fairly, cleanly. Just an outstanding effort, especially by De La Salle, but you know, a good effort by John Curtis there. They just couldn't match up with all the different scoring options that De La Salle had.
Man, I'm glad to see Andrew Stagney get a three. I can mention his family and always appreciate the adjustments his dad provides for me. I think I need one now or two. What were you saying earlier about that whole aging thing? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That was pretty clever how you got that little promotional plug in.
He takes care of me. Joe does a good job. Longtime Curtis family, second generation. Nisby will get the ball in bounds, and he just reverses it. And now gets it in on the reversal. And again, an immediate foul by Poole. Well, Curtis will not concede here. They're continuing to play the foul game despite being down double digits with 29 seconds left. Not really in the game, not in touch. If you had this thing 3 possessions, the foul game would make a lot of sense, but at this stage, it's really out of reach.
Right.
Good shot there by Nisby.
But you notice both coaches are upstanding right now. 29 seconds left to play. The outcome is no longer in doubt. They're both still coaching their teams.
16 for Nisby. Second one is airborne. Perfect. 17. Boy, what a game he's had. 82-67. You're talking about MVPs. He had 17 all in the second half
points.
12 rebounds to boot. (82-67). Kai Morgan has done what he can. Stagney for another three. Morgan collects the rebound and puts it up. Bang. Wow. How did he hit that? I mean, he just picked it up off the floor.
I don't know if
and
he
threw
saw
it
the goal.
in.
Gee.
26 for Morgan. Timeout called again. Curtis will not concede. And it's 82-70.
They tell you in the classroom as a teacher, you teach from tone to tone.
Yes.
Coaching is teaching.
Play to the whistle, play all.
You coach from tone to tone.
Yep.
You play from tone. You wouldn't expect your players to give up, so you don't give up coaching right now.
Well, the concern for De La Salle has to be Ahmad Taylor. He sits at the end of the bench with his head towel covering his head in his hands, just obviously very frustrated.
Yeah, let's hope this isn't a costly tournament win for them.
Cavaliers will have the ball with 14 seconds left. And is Curtis going to continue to foul here? We'll find out.
They're looking to trap.
The answer is yes. Right away, Stagney fouls. Not faulting him, just saying they continue.
I'm not going to sit here and
fault them. They're not going to give it in.
No.
They refuse to concede here.
For one thing, you're not just coaching for this game. You're also coaching for the rest of the season.
That's right.
Different situations.
So here's Wright at the free throw line. 14 points and now 15 points. Again, just so many contributors. Too much to contend with for Curtis tonight as Cavaliers are up 13. And another for Wright is too strong. Morgan a rebound. He'll throw it up from about 30. And the stick back won't go. To tip up his end, though. As Donnell Jones does it, but De La Salle has won the game by the score of 83-72. So an 83-72 final. De La Salle defeats John Curtis here this evening. And we look at the unofficial numbers in this game. For De La Salle, Jalen Henry with 10 points. Ahmad Taylor, 10 points before he left injured. Rodney Munson had 17 points. Deshaun Wright with 15 points. Troy Nisby with 17 points. 5 for John Kelly. 7 for Brandon Booth. 2 for Keith Jones. So you get the picture of all the scores they had. For Curtis, Donnell Jones with 2. Andrew Stagney 3. KJ Hurst with 3. Trayson Wilburn with 3. Ronald Holmes Jr. had 9. 23 points for Dawson Crosby and 26 for Kai Morgan here this evening. It all adds up to an 83-72 win for De La Salle. The Cavaliers improved to 7-0, and the Patriots dropped to 6-1. And De La Salle is the 2016 champion of the Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament. Bill?
Congratulations to Paul Kelly and to his Cavaliers. It's just too much. They came at you from so many places, so many ways, so many guys. They just had a little more depth than the Patriots did and than John Curtis did. Curtis is going to be fine. They're going to find somebody else that's going to step up and become a scorer for them before the end of the season. De La Salle just has to keep rolling, and hopefully they keep playing that team game that they played tonight. That no one gets the big head and wants to start scoring more than the other guys. It's They were a total team effort tonight, that's for sure.
Well, they really were. And, where Curtis is concerned, some good players on this team, but obviously they need to find some more scores, right?
Right, definitely. I mean, it was basically Morgan and Crosby, and really Crosby kind of faded in the second half. So they need to come up with some more manpower before district starts, by January.
Well, it was a good performance by De La Salle here tonight to win this one by the score of 83-72 to win the Allstate Sugar Bowl CYO basketball tournament over John Curtis.
Yeah, and I've just been reminded it's been 27 years since De La Salle's last CYO tournament win. 27 years, wow. Pretty impressive, and it's pretty exciting for this program under Paul Kelly, which has a great chance to be successful long-term. Outstanding performance by the Cavaliers here this evening as they win it by the score of 83-72. Final thoughts, Bill?
I think you're going to see both these teams doing well in their district. There's a lot of basketball still to be played. As we mentioned, a lot of these teams are going to play each other again in various tournaments before district starts in January. They're both going to make a lot of noise when it comes down to that time.
Well, Bill, it's been a pleasure. Our first one this year as we've kicked off the journey, and we'll continue it soon. We look forward to that, my friend. And, again, thanks very much. And again, it's ahead of time, but it's okay. It's great to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, my friend.
Same thing to you. It was great to start off with a game like this. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
You got it. Our final score, once again, 83-72. Victory for De La Salle over John Curtis. For Bill Gallagher, for Andrew Alvarez, for Nat Collins. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.